Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 6 of Beheneko. The episode that introduces the bit of censorship, or the bit of controversy that happened before the airing of the anime. Though, is this really censorship, or a little bit something else? Well, yes, obviously it is. So, the primary of this episode is the escorting of Stella's old body, along with meeting these two lovely characters. There's actually two censorships with these characters, which we'll get into. But let's just start off with a little bit of we'll start a little recap and see what things going on. Interesting bits. In regards to the manga, they're kind of cutting out a lot of stuff. There was interaction with more humans, a lot more monster fights. Stella actually being a lot more smart in a couple of areas, which we'll get into. Meeting of some human characters. There's quite a bit of difference. They're trying to shorten this down to the basic main point, what they're getting at, which we'll get into. So, once you see Bones, Stella gets horny. And the Reyes, their contractor, says, we got transported to this next town, Gladstone. You guys could do it? Correct? Yeah. We'll be happy to do it. And before we go, Stella gets her B rank medal because they're going to be along the way. They're going to fight a B ranker. There's just a little cutscene battling things, sleeping. Overnight, they realize that they've run to a dungeon. In the manga, no, not dungeon, but a labyrinth. In the manga, they actually get attacked while they're on the road, whereas this one they just kind of speed past it. Like I said, a lot of cut. I don't know. I guess I would be a lot more concerned with this. That's be a second big thing is how much they cut. There's a lot of detail. So the labyrinth appears. It's apparently a brand new one, never before seen. And Reyes, after they get out of it, says, "Why don't you go explore it? So you can trade with my wares. I make some profit. I can get some rare goods, things like that." And they decide to do it. They enter the dungeon. Lily, in her little pinkish form, kind of draws them in. They have a harmful thing. They lure to some monsters. Oh, actually, wait. Let's back up a minute. Right as they enter the dungeon, the big difference in the manga. In the anime, Arya wants Stella to cooperate, behave, and anime Vulcan says that if she cooperates, she can hold Tama. In the manga, she kind of says, saying in a similar fashion, but Arya says, you don't like women who don't behave or don't cooperate. And he's like, and that gets Stella all fired up. Like, all right, fine, I'll behave. So the touching bit. Then that's when Lily makes her appearance. They draw their monsters, and when when Stella and Arya spot them, basically in the bushes, it's like, we're sorry. They're our treasure. We just really wanted to pet Tama the kitty. He's just so cute, pretty looking. This is how they look in the anime. Lily looks very bootylicious for her size. They both kind of have a similar outfit, and for the manga appearance, because there is a bit difference. Fairy, which is the diarrhea, she's basically wearing nothing, and Lily is wearing nothing. So that is our censorship right there. Following that's like, hey, they are treasure. They find a boss bottle. Arya actually in the manga recognizes it being the droplet of truth, whereas when she's going to take it back to the Mr. Reyes, and he actually identifies it. They continue going a little way. They say, there are some more treasure. They find a key. They battle some horns, and this key unlocks a boss fight. They really want to do these two really want them to do the boss fight now, but Arya's like, let's go back. I'm tired. We'll rest up for the day. They said, all right, fine. Probably should have fought the boss fight right then, given the circumstances that's going to happen later, but they agreed. They was like, all right, well, we'll head back later. And they kind of go into town. These two are a little bit troublemakers. Arya's got to pay for things. And that's when they go to Mr. Reyes' house. Say, hey, we found this. And that's where they get the introduction of both Lily and Fairy to him. And he's like, I got to go do some things. There's a bit of mystery. early in the episode when he's talking to Stella and Arya, he brings up these flowers that his fiance Eliza happened. I thought I saw the word deceased, and that is relevant that is actually a bit relevant. But like when he was younger, he would give that to her. So it's like, oh, he's in love. That's why Tommen didn't sense any lovey-doveyness towards Arya or even Stella, because that he's got someone in mind. But from there, we get the spice. Yeah, we get an anime original. They get our bath scene. Fairy likes the really hot water. You can see her goods, though they do mask it up. I mean, she's got small things. You can see it there. They deliver the goods. They also deliver the goods for Lily as well. She's got some with her nice ooters. She definitely she's got some nice ones and nice nipples. And they kind of play a game of kind of tag or can you get me sort of hide and seek sure stick. And they basically ravage Arya's body full with her breasts. But it gives Tom a whirlwind of a headache. And following that, they're all tuckered out. Stella gets her wish, and she gets to hold him. And he's very confused. Like, he's like, this is not right. I don't like this. But he's like, she's like, she doesn't do anything weird, but she's like very happy to have Adams. Stella gets her a good reward. And from there, the next day, they go to the dungeon. They beat the Torrent Drake, kind of like a dragon that has a forest. Think of Torterra, but actually dragon. And the two cooperate. All three of them combine their powers together and beat the dragon. And from there, they get a scroll and get Arya gets the move Sacred Blade from these scrolls. Very cool. I think, yeah, and also before they do the boss fight, Vulcan manages to get her way, makes her way to the town, and she runs into some bone monster. So that kind of brings up concern, like, what's going on here? Bit weird. And then that's when the boss fight happens. After the boss fight, Arya and Stella, when they get out of the dungeon, boss fight arena, they notice that these two are gone. And we cut away to Mr. Riaz looking at his fiancée. And it's quite obvious he's going to perform some necromancy, maybe with the bones. Definitely these two, maybe even with a droplet somehow to revive her. You definitely see what they're going for. Now, I am definitely anti-censorship. However, the creators did deliver. Like, yeah, we know their outfits are not good, but we'll give you the goods. Fairies, we're gonna make it a little bit difficult to see your nipples, but we'll give you lilies. So it's a sort of a bit of a compromise. Like hey, we're gonna deliver. I think from a reader's perspective, the other stuff would be a little bit more important, like the adding of the characters, making the dungeons actually seem threatening because they don't run into any monsters when they see this labyrinth appear. So stuff like that. Like I said, censorship is bad. However, from a reader's perspective, I think the lack of the content that was cut, I think adds a little bit more important. It did get a little bit more confusing from what I've read. I see. I mean, in some ways, I kind of appreciate they just kind of cut it, but in some ways, I'm like, I don't know. I think you could have made this a little bit longer. I get they're trying to get to the more important bits. Overall, episode, it wasn't bad, but it definitely felt a bit lacking in my appearance. Like maybe because the lack of content and everything just felt, I don't know. It just felt weird. It was like one of the weaker episodes, but it's one of those like, why I don't think that? Maybe just more content is needed. But that, I'm in the episode. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Sorry this actually took so long. I didn't sleep very well, and then my phone has problems because Verizon's internet service, the being able to communicate with my phone, it's not a good internet connection. Hopefully you guys have... All right. Anyway, Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.